Hello guys, Mike Simon aka Dirt Perfect again here on the Heavy Metal Learning Channel. Today we're going to cover 5 things you need to know to safely transport a piece of heavy equipment down the highway. So the first thing we need to take into consideration when we're transporting a machine is the size of it. Weight, length, height, and width. And why these are important is we got to make sure we comply with all the state and federal laws so we can legally get up and down the road. For an example, here where I am at, I'm allowed to go 8'6" wide, 13'6" tall, and I can weigh 80,000 pounds on a 5-axle transport rig. So this particular machine we're loading today will actually be an over width load. So we'll have to make sure we got everything we need so we can legally transport an over width load. At this point, guys, we have our piece of equipment safely loaded on the trailer. In this case, it's a Volvo 140 excavator. If you check the link in the description, there should be a link to a video of how to safely load that machine on the trailer. But this brings up point number 2, and that is the position in which we load, or the placement of this machine on the trailer. A couple different things here. One, notice the boom configuration. I've got it as low as I can to maintain our 13'6" transport height. I've also got it as moved as far forward as I can to add extra weight to the drives of the tractor. This also increases the traction and the ride quality of the trailer. For example, if this was a pintle hitch or a bumper pull style trailer, if you load it too far to the back, it may make the vehicle uncontrollable at high speed. So the placement of that piece of machinery on that trailer is a big deal. You want it as far forward as you can without overloading any axles. So now that we've got this machine loaded on the trailer and positioned where we want it, that brings up our third point, and that is load securement. My intentions are to do a complete video over it, but for the sake of this video, I'll hit the highlights real quick. This machine here weighs over 10,000 pounds, so it requires for all 4 corners to be attached, and it also requires for one strap to go up over the boom. All chains added up have to equal 50% of the machine's weight. Load securement is no joke. There's a lot of information out there on it. I encourage you guys to study that and make sure you do know how to secure your loads properly, because the last thing you want is this load to end up over here. So my fourth point I want to talk about is one that I think everybody overlooks or forgets about a lot, and that is your paperwork. So whenever you're hauling heavy equipment, pretty good chance you're going to have an oversized load permit or an overweight permit, or at the very least you're going to need to have all your paperwork in the truck. So you may just want to go through your folder or whatever you have in the cab, flip through it, and make sure you got everything you need, because you don't want to get stopped and be looking for it at that point. So check your paperwork before you head out on the road. So our fifth and final point that I want to bring up, I think, is one that is overlooked and not considered very often, and that is check your transport route. You need to make sure you don't have any weight restrictions on roads, weight restrictions on bridges, height restrictions with trestles or anything like that. The last thing you want to do is start going down a road and then have to turn around and back out for 2 or 3 miles. So if you need to, if you're unfamiliar with the roads, if you're unfamiliar with where you're going, actually take the time, map out your route, make sure your route of travel is safe, free of any obstacles that you may incur. That way you are guaranteed to get there with no surprises. So guys, hope you learned a few things from this. If you'd like for us to elaborate on something further, comment down below. We'll be more than happy to do it. Again, Mike Simon here on the Heavy Metal Learning Channel. And guys, we shall catch you on the next one.